Hey guys, I'm Shayda and today we're doing another hand lettering tutorial. We're going to be making this pretty circular alphabet piece, and you can do like I've done here and just make it a sketchbook practice piece, or you can make it into some beautiful wall art. Okay, so let's get started. So here's the supplies that we'll be using. We're going to start with graph paper and some tracing paper to do the initial design. And we'll also use a mechanical pencil. I'm going to use an artist pen. I'm using my Pigma Micron 03. And then I've got a good eraser as well as something circular to trace. I mean, you could use a compass, but a bowl just seems so much easier. So I've just chosen this size because it fits on my 8x11 page really well, but you could do any size. So I've got my circle. And now at this point, there's only so much I can tell you because this is really an exercise. It's a practice piece, although you do get something really beautiful at the end. So what you're going to do now is simply write out the alphabet inside the circle. But a few things that you want to think about. So first of all, when I'm drawing here or writing, I'm thinking about the shape of each letter. So how do I want to write each letter? And sometimes if I don't know how, I'll even start looking up lettering on Instagram and I'll say, oh, okay, that's how I want to do my J or whatever. I'm actually going to start doing this. I'm going to start going over this in pen so that you guys can see it much better. So you're going to think about the shape of each letter. You're also going to think about the design of this piece and the layout. So where do you want to place each letter? How might the letters sort of fit together to make a well-designed, cohesive piece? Which letters can you place sort of higher and lower? How can you make them sort of interlock so it looks like a beautiful puzzle almost? So you're really concentrating on the shape of things, the look of things, how they fit together. And you're just practicing. You're practicing your writing and your layout and your design. And it really does come together quite nicely, and with the help of graph paper and tracing paper, it's not a difficult exercise. So I've got an initial design here, and now I'm going to go over this with my tracing paper. And as I always say, using my tracing paper, I can extract what I like and get rid of what I don't. So if I like my ABC, but I don't like the way the D is shaped, I can change it, but I can keep what I am happy with. So I'm going over the first few rows here. I'm fairly happy, but then I'm going to sort of move that G up a little bit because I don't want these letters to just be in straight rows. Like I said, I want it to look like this cool interlocking puzzle where all the letters sort of fit and flow together to make this beautiful artistic alphabet design. And I'm just using that tracing paper, sort of moving it around, trying to work on my layout now at this point. I'm pretty happy with the shape of the letters, but I'm not happy with my overall layout. But I think, to be honest, I think I did about 4 traces. They're not all on camera, but I just tried different things and yeah, did a couple different traces. Then once you're starting to be happy with the look of your piece, you can finish up your foligraphy portion, which is thickening the downstroke of each letter. That's how we create this modern calligraphy, by thickening the stroke of the letter that we pull, where we're pulling the pen towards our bodies. So there's mine. All the letters are finished, roughly finished. If you need more info about modern calligraphy, I will link my tutorial in the description below. So now I'm fairly happy with that. I'm just going to place a piece of cardstock under my tracing paper so that I can see it a little better. And I'm going to go over this with another piece of tracing paper. And again, extracting what I like, changing little things. At this point, I'm fairly happy with the design, but I just have some small changes to make. Okay, so now looking at this piece, I can see I just want to move that S and the T over to the left a little bit. I want to move the I up a little bit higher so things are interlocking a little bit better. So I'll get rid of that trace that I was tracing. I'll take my new trace and I'll put another piece of tracing paper and I'll go over it again. And I think this will be the actual final piece. And I'm just going to move that I up slightly, going to move the S and the T over, and I'm going to hopefully be finished. But there's no shame in doing plenty of traces. It's your work and you're just perfecting it. Now that I've extracted my design, what I'm going to do is grab my bowl and retrace that circle to make sure that the final design really does fit in the circle. So I may want to extend some of the letters on the edges so that when this is viewed by someone who is not me, it does in fact look pretty circular. So I'm just sort of taking that V out to the right a little more and just making some minor changes there. But I'm happy with that design, and you could at this point do one more trace. I'm just going to take it right into my sketchbook. I'm taping it down with a little washi tape to keep it in place. I'm just going to place my graphite transfer paper dark side down in order to transfer my design. And then I'm going to go over each letter with my mechanical pencil. Nice sharp pencil, like a mechanical one, is perfect for doing a transfer like this. Okay, and now that that's done, I'll lift up those sheets and you can see the design has transferred really nicely into my sketchbook. And at this point, all I have to do is color it. And my Sakura brush pen is sort of perfect for this. And this is also a good way to practice your brush lettering because you can do these thin, delicate upstrokes and then go heavier on the downstroke, but you really have a guide here in that you've already drawn the letters in pencil. So great practice for your brush lettering as well as your layout design and your modern calligraphy skills. And that's what it looks like when it's all done. You could fill this in with ink or pencil crayon or paint, whatever you like. It's a really fun and useful exercise, and it creates a beautiful piece of art. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please hit that subscribe and like button, share these videos, and help me get my channel out there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.